Greetings. Welcome to the Developing Dad Podcast, where we bring the Bible to bear on culture, education, and the family. Like, comment, subscribe. See the memberships down there. Support if you get a chance. Like, my wife is sending me all these text messages right now. Let's see something. Hold on. Oh, these are old text messages, maybe? Yeah, these are text messages. Okay, I already answered those. All right, what's going on, everybody? Sorry I'm a little bit late. We're going to start by thanking the members and Patreon subscribers. Thank you to everyone who supports the channel. We could not do it without your support. I am eternally grateful that you're dropping, that little something on your boy every now and then. All right. So let's talk about our topic for today. We got two topics that we're going to venture to discuss today. And you see it there. We got Paris and Gomorrah. All right, let me move this. I'm moving this a little bit. There you go. Paris and Gomorrah. And preaching the gospel of Kamala. Oh, boy. So we're going to talk a little bit about what everybody's been talking about apparently over the past few days, is that Paris Olympics opening ceremony and everything that went along with it. Now, full disclosure, I did not watch it, nor do I plan on watching it. But I got a sense of it just from watching the screen shares, looking at the screen shares, listening to what everybody was talking about. I got a sense of what was going on there. My wife showed me some things, and I've seen a few little clips here and there, but I did not watch the entire Paris opening ceremony. Okay, I didn't watch it, so I'm just being transparent here. Now, let me. Oh yes, okay. So I wanted to grab this information. Okay, so you see that the young lady right here. Her name is Barbara Butch. She is a disc jockey, right? French disc jockey and lesbian activist. Okay, so that's who they chose. And then the other guy's name was Thomas Jolly. I think the guy that I think he was the artistic director. Yes. Okay, so, yeah, he's the director of this thing, right? And everybody's been talking about it. I'm going to show really quickly. Let me do a little screen share here. All right, let's do this and this. And this, all right. Let's see, where is it? Right here. And then right there. We'll do that. I'm going to bring it back over here, though. Oh, wait, you said those Hebrews. Well, that's an old comment. I don't know why I keep all these old comments. I keep telling it to do the secondary display. All right, so the reason why is because it's switching which one's secondary and which one tertiary. But you see, this is what everybody's up in arms about, and rightfully so. There has been a lot of pushback, thankfully, on this. A lot of people have been calling the Paris Olympics out and the artistic director out for a blatant display of blasphemy, and it was targeted at Christians. And the Christian community has been pushing back. There's also been infighting inside of the Christian community as to whether or not this was actually blasphemous. Now, you see here I have 2 CV, Second Commandment violation. I don't agree with images of Jesus at all. So I'm not even a fan of the Last Supper painting, but I do understand when someone's trying to mock Christianity. And this was a clear attempt to mock Christ, to associate the new age paganism with the Olympics, as opposed to the French Christian heritage. Now, France has been liberalizing and going downhill fast. Anybody that's been paying attention knows that there has been rampant debauchery, sinfulness in a lot of different areas, whether it be sexuality, crime, whatever. I mean, there's even the I guess the first lady, the French first lady, has been accused of being a transgender. I mean, it's just so much going on in France, right? And we get a chance to see it on full display here in the Olympic ceremonies. Now, they chose a obese lesbian to portray. And again, if you know your signs and symbols, you can see that all of this is meant to mock Christ and Christianity. And then there's even and I have a couple of books back here. This is Dulair's Greek Myths, Theogony and the Works of Days, and also Heroes of the City of Man, Peter Lightheart's Guide to Christian Understanding of certain classical works. And then on page 64, yes, Dionysus, the god of wine, right? And there are images in this book of Dionysus, right, of the Greek. I mean, we read these in this book here. We read these stories in my home, and we point out how the worship of these gods was central to the life of the Greeks, and how that paganism influenced and directed their lifestyles. How the gods of the pagans are nothing but worthless idols, just like Psalm 95 says, right? So we can go to Psalm. Let's see. We just go, all the gods of the nations are idols, right? Good morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Right. Psalm 96. No, Psalm 96:5. Right. For all the gods of the peoples are worthless idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. Even in, get that comment up there. Even in Jonah chapter 3. So one of the books. Jonah chapter 1. Let's see. I'm going to go here. We'll do it in the ESV. So they say, they say, come and let us cast lot. These are the people on the boat with Jonah, that we may know on whose account this evil has come upon us. So they cast lots, and the lot fell on Jonah. Then they said to him, tell us on whose account this evil has come upon us. What is your occupation, and where do you come from? What is your country, and of what people are you? And he said, I am a Hebrew, and I fear Yahweh, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land. Then the men were exceedingly afraid and said to him, what is this that you have done? For the men knew that he was fleeing from the presence of Yahweh, because he had told them. And he was like, hey, get up, because he was in the back sleep, right? They was like, arise, call out to your God. Perhaps the God will give a thought to us that we may not perish. All the gods of the rest of the gods are worthless idols, and we're teaching our children that. So we're not afraid of other people worshiping deities. It doesn't bother us much. But as I guess what you would call me a Christian nationalist, if you wanted to call me that. But I do believe that we can eliminate this type of openly debaucherous, blasphemous depiction of Christian things with good, strong laws based on the scriptures. Now, I'm not the type that's going to be up in arms complaining about pagans paganising. They're going to do what they do. But I do believe that we as Christians have the right and the not just the right, but the prophetic responsibility to call out godlessness like this when we see it. And we need to vote for people who will also enforce laws that will eliminate this. I don't think that this is something we need to. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't think this is something we need to tolerate, much less champion. We're not called to be unequally yoked with these type of people. And again, I'm going to go to the scriptures real quick. Let me just go to it. We're going to bring the Bible to bear on this situation. Right? These are the three things we're going to talk about. I'm going to get rid of that one first. All right. Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. Ephesians 5. For it is shameful to even speak of the things that they do in secret. The sexually immoral people, the things that they do in secret, it's shameful to even speak of it. And these people are out in front for the world to see what transgenders, lesbians, all of these ideologies and wicked practices. What does the Bible calls them? Degrading passions, vile affections. People are saying that, and again, oh man, we got so many things. Look, I'm gonna bring all that. I'm gonna bring all this round. I'm gonna bring all this round because we're gonna talk about how all of this ties in. Hold on, it's a wrong thing. Well, that's the wrong thing. Hold on one second. Let me close that. There you go. We're gonna tie all of this in. I'm gonna find some vidges, and we're gonna tie all of this in because we've had the most recently anointed presidential candidate come to the defense of this, and actually not only, let's see, I want to find it. All right, here we go. I want that to be there, and I want this. I'm getting some stuff in the back because this stuff has come to me as I think about it, right? But we're told not to partake in the unfruitful works of darkness. And make no mistake about it, these are unfruitful works of darkness. There's no way that there's no fruit being born from transgenderism, from lesbianism, from male on male men who practice homosexuality. There's no fruit from this. So we've been told not even to speak of these things as Christians, not even to talk about the things that they do in secret because they're so wicked. So, but let's look at this. Where is it? I'm in the wrong part. All right, there we go. And then Philippians 3:19 says, their end is destruction, their God is their belly, and they glory in their shame with mind set on earthly things. And this is in contrast to the people who are striving for Christian Christian holiness. So he says, imitate me, the people who I talked about before, and tell you even with tears walk as enemies of the cross of Christ. And if these people knew about Christ and then they walked away from him, what do you think is going to happen to the one who does not know Christ and is openly challenging and blaspheming him whenever they get a chance? They have no hope, none, lest they be saved and the gospel comes to be brought to bear on their lives. But we're supposed to not take part with this, but expose it. And instead of exposing it, we've got people yoking themselves to the people who are praising this. It's unbelievable. Like we're not looking at this and saying, you know what, this is godless. We're going to eliminate this. We're going to look at this as persona non grata. These people as persona non grata. They don't belong here. We're not going to yoke ourselves with. No, instead of doing that, we Christians are yoking ourselves with this type of debauchery. I'm going to find this video here. Where is it? Let's play this video. I just got to play this one because I've seen this shared by a multitude of people. Okay. Here we go.
The former president is a threat to our most fundamental freedoms. He has openly said he is proud that he appointed 3 Supreme Court justices that overturned Roe v. Wade and took reproductive freedom from millions of Americans. He has openly promised to weaponize the Department of Justice. And he has openly said he will be a dictator on day one. So we need your help to make sure that never happens, that Donald Trump does not return to the White House. Please chip in whatever you can, and thank you. Please take care.
Yeah, so we've got this, and we've got people supporting this and calling for her to become president. There were multiple lies that she expressed in that video. And there are multiple things that Christians should immediately look at and say, well, that's godlessness. We can't support that. The reproductive rights. let me just state this plainly. If you are pro-choice, you cannot be following Christ. You're not following Christ. If you are pro-choice, if you believe that the child in that womb is disposable and that the woman has the right to end the life, then you're not walking the way Christ told you. You are not following Jesus. There are certain things that you cannot do and call yourself a Christian. There are multiple lists in the New Testament and in the Old that say you can't do this thing. You got the one in 1 Timothy. You've got the one in 1 Corinthians. You've got Galatians. You've got the one in Revelation 21. You've got list in Ephesians. You can just find one of them. And murder is in there multiple times. It's in the one in 1 Timothy. What's going on? Yes. Changing language. Exactly. They changed the definitions of terms in order to confuse, to obfuscate, and to manipulate those who are unwilling or unable to understand words clearly. And we just keep following this hook, line, and sinker. And I keep going back to that because I'm looking for this tweet. Let's see. When were the opening ceremonies? There was sometime this weekend, right? I don't remember. But Kamala Harris had a tweet. Basically, I was looking for it. Kamala Harris 2024 Olympics. Right, where she supported the tweet. Let's see. Oh, did she? Yeah, but essentially she was praising the Olympic ceremony. And this is who we are calling for. And you've got Christians going hard in the paint saying that she should be the next president. And we're going to talk about them in a second, because we got some simping preachers who we're gonna review some of their videos in a second. But we've been called to expose this stuff, not to stand arm in arm with it or link up with it. Look at this debauchery. You got a transgender down here. You've got this person who's supposed to represent Dionysus, and I'm like, where they do that at? Because I haven't seen the blue man Dionysus, and you got the big old lesbian disc jockey supposedly displaying or depicting our Lord. But again, this is supposed to be the replacing of Christianity with paganism. We got the symbolism, and then they tried to backtrack because they recognized that maybe they pushed the envelope a little bit too far. Maybe the Christians aren't cucks and they're just gonna bend over and let them do whatever they want to us. Maybe there is some pushback. Maybe there's still some fight left in these Christians. And again, we've got to start using our power. We're not supposed to sit passively by and watch people mock our Lord. Now, I'm not saying we take up arms and then go and wreck shop and do all that, but to just think, oh well, that's just pagans being pagan. It's the world we got to live in. It's like, wait a minute. But that also speaks to our eschatology, which is one of the reasons why I don't see this defeatist attitude in the scriptures. I don't see Christ being victorious at the last second, like it's a hail Jesus at the end of it, and he's gonna come and take out. I don't see that. So when I look at this and I think, well, why are our Christian leaders just sitting by passively and allowing all of this to happen and thinking, well, it'll just all work out in the end? But you have the gospel, you have influence. This country was the closest thing you're going to find to a consistently Christian nation, even though there was still a mixture of humanism and some postmodern thought in what eventually became the Declaration of Independence in some of our laws. But at its core, when you look at the way the country was founded, it was founded on Protestant Christian values. And all we've done since then, again, the country was not perfect. There's no perfect nation. But as nations go, this one was a lot better than a lot of what we saw prior to it. And since its inception. Why would we want to fight to keep this nation a place where the borders are secure, we can worship without threat of persecution, the gospel can be we can be a central place for the spreading of the gospel to all the nations. Instead, now we have missionaries coming here because of the debauchery that they see in the United States. We are the largest producer of erotic material. We have so many negatives that could easily be turned if we would just repent and then walk out faithfully the precepts that God has told us to walk out, and not just in our own homes or in our churches, but actually walking them out in the public square. Christianity is not meant to be, your light is not meant to be put under a basket. We're supposed to be living people see my family and automatically assume that we're Christians. Why? Because I want them to assume it. I want my light to shine. I want people to think, man, there's something different about that family. Wow, what are they doing? I want people that are in Christian churches to recognize the difference between us and them. That's how hard in the paint I want to go, so that Jesus is made known in our lives. So that people who are Christians be like, man, y'all light is shining too bright. Y'all need to turn it down some. No, we're not turning it down. I want my light to shine like that. I want Christians to be upset that our light is shining. That's how hard I want our light to shine. Man, y'all shining too bright. Y'all need to chill out. They don't take all that. And that's what we hear a lot of times too. So why is it, if we had a bunch of people who thought like that, what would happen to the culture if people just said, you know what, my light about to shine. You about to just shine, shine, shine. We about to shine. This light's gonna shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Anyway, that's my one song for today. We're gonna start talking about some of these whack preachers. Let's do that, okay? Let's get to this screen. But the Paris thing, to me, it was like, it was really weird.
Biden was pressured into stepping down last Sunday. And then Biden pulled a fast one and said, all right, since I'm going to step down, I'm going to tap Kamala Harris to step up. And y'all, for a whole week, they've been messing around and finding out, because that night, black women got on a call with 44,000 black women, raised $1.5 million because America's going to mess around and find out. Black men were encouraged, got on a call the next night, 53,000 registered, raised $1.3 million because the country's going to mess around and find out. But y'all, black women started something, because the next thing I know, white women had a call. White men had a call. LGBTQIA had a call. Because when they play in our faith, God says mess around and find out. Mess around and find out. Mess around and find out. Mess around and find out.
muted. Oh, I was muted that whole time. I'm talking all that stuff and I'm muted. Oh man, see, that's what I see. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, exactly. Look, you said it. Now, let me be honest. I'm gonna repeat what I said so y'all can get this part. All right. I said 100% I believe that God hates the Democratic Party platform. 100%. When you talk about the gay marriage, abortion on demand, transgenderism, LGBTQIA, he's actually said that in the word. Don't believe me? La 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 la. Let's go to this one. We're gonna go here. Thank y'all for letting me know about the sound, brothers. All right, so let's go back to the screen share. We're gonna go here. It said there are 6 things that Yahweh hates, 7 that are an abomination to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that make haste to run to evil, a false witness who breathes out lies, and one who sows discord among the brethren. And let's go here. Let's see. Here we go. All right. You shall not lie with a man as with a woman. It is an abomination. That means something that God hates. Hey, Anania. So nice, God said it twice. If a man lies with a male as with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood is upon them. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And we're supposed to take no part with these things. No part. Yet we're voting for it. That's taking part. Maybe I'm missing that. Maybe take no part doesn't mean take no part. Maybe it means take a couple of parts. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Take no part. What y'all think that means? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, right? Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. Let's see. I'm going to see what take part means, and y'all let me know. I'm going to look it up, right? 11. Okay, let me bump this up a little bit. We're going to look it up together because I want everybody. I don't want nobody accusing me. Take no part, right? To take part in. And then right, there it is. To share company with, to co-participate in, communicate or have fellowship with, be partaker of. Seems like voting would, and then donating would also be another way to take part in the unfruitful works of darkness. I'm just saying, y'all let me know. If I'm off my rocker. Brother Allen said I'm 100%. 100%. See, that's what I'm saying. Like we've got to be able to call this what it is. And then we've got to get to the point where we're willing to disfellowship from people who are taking part in the unfruitful works of darkness. If you're promoting Kamala Harris, if I were a pastor, you would not be a part of my church. If you are promoting if you're promoting the Democrat agenda in any way, shape, or form, you would not be a part of my church. You could not be a functioning, fellowshipping member when you support the murder of children, of babies. I can't have fellowship. We can't have fellowship with you. You and I worship different Jesuses. If you're supporting a party that promotes gay marriage, sorry, we can't be in fellowship with one another. You are a syncretist. You're trying to worship Jesus and you have another idol. You can't do that. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, in my presence or above me. You can't do it. So you're trying to do something that is impossible. You're trying to worship Jesus and also worship the world system. You can't do it. It's impossible. So you need to just give it up. Okay. Now let's get back to the videos. Now we're not gonna do what you say. Yeah. Exactly. This is funny to me. Now there are people. Trust me. There are people who, as long as you don't specifically call them out, they will still be a part of your church if you are preaching against these things. As long as you don't try to tell them that they're voting for the people who support them is in any way, shape, or form an indictment on their profession. So you can have people, I know of people who are in churches that are preaching against this, and they're still voting for Kamala. What you say? Those who bow down to the roofs of the host of the heavens, those who bow down and swear to Yahweh, yet swear by Milcom. Exactly. You can't do both. No one can serve two masters, right? What is that? He will love one and hate the other, or be devoted to one and despise the other, right? Boom. There it is. No one can serve two masters, for he will either hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money, right? And that masters and you cannot serve. That's douleo, right? That's the word we get slave from, doulos. Okay, so you can't be slaving two masters. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into the conversation of slavery in another time. But let's move on to this next video. All right, we're gonna move on to the next video. Now, where is it? Let me pull it up. Okay, I'm not gonna go through that entire Freddie Haynes video. We're gonna go to this next one.
In the event that our president decides not to run, let me say this while I'm here. If the president decides not to run, there is no option for the Democratic Party but Kamala Harris. Come on, y'all. You ain't gonna jump over a sister and act like, come on, y'all ain't saying nothing. Black women have been saving the Democratic Party for 20 years. Y'all are not gonna push her aside for somebody else. Come on, y'all gotta stay with me. Amen. And we're going to have to mature as a people. It's not about charisma or about speech giving. It is about policies and differences that is going to impact our life. 86 billionaires have endorsed Donald Trump. 86 billionaires have endorsed Donald Trump because they are looking forward to tax breaks for billionaires. There is no agenda by that party for the working class in our community. And don't you...
Is you serious? Like these are all lies. Now, first, promoting the fact that Kamala, it's her turn, essentially. You ain't going to jump a black woman. You ain't going to jump. And again, what did you see being displayed on the camera panning out into the audience? And who was the loudest? Black women. Oh, black women been saving the Democrat Party for years. That's not a good thing. That's not a good record. The track record is not good. Why have they been saving the Democrat Party all of these years? Well, because the Democrat Party were the ones that gave them all these subsidies, and man, look, we go, oh boy, let's go back to the 1960s. We got to keep doing it, right? Exactly. But this man he is in no position. First of all, he should not even be in the pulpit. All right, let's just be honest. All right, with all of his sexual indiscretions in the past and his openly heretical teaching from the pulpit consistently, he is nothing but a Democrat shill. He has this position because he's a Democrat shill. He has popularity. He knows the right people. He's in the right fraternities. He's in the right circles to be able to continue to behave this way in an ungodly way and continue to call himself a pastor. Now, the best thing I saw about a video of Jamal Bryant was when he went down to the hood and the men in the hood told him, man, get up out of here. You ain't got nothing for us. You built up of our people of all this money. Now you want to come down here for a photo op? They told him, get out of here. You ain't got nothing to do with us. I was like, yes, we need more men like that, man, to call these shysters like him out. Okay. Look, we say, I guess a weed farm is an agenda for black men. Right. Huh. Right. Yes, we want to get him to start growing marijuana. This man has said some of the stupidest things and done some of the most ungodly things. He's gotten I did a video on him a while back. I'm not going to rehash all of it, but go find it. It's on the channel if I still have it up. If it's not up, I'm going to put it back up after this video so you can go and listen into what I have to say about Jamal Bryant. But he's talking about Kamala being the only choice for the Democrats. There are better choices than that woman. She was given her position. Joe Biden clearly stated that he was going to appoint a woman. First, he said he was going to appoint a black female Supreme Court justice. That was one of his goals. And then the second, when he was running, he was going to appoint a female vice president, the first female vice president. So they did not care about qualifications. Now, the person may have the requisite qualifications, as it were, but they're being given the opportunity solely upon the fact that they have two X chromosomes. The two women that he's appointed, one was his vice president, the other one was Ketanji Jackson Brown, or Brown Jackson. Yeah, she may have been a qualified lawyer and has all this other stuff, but she's not the most qualified candidate. That's obvious. Now, people will say, well, it's pushing back against the good old boy system and the this and the that and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yes, but do we solve inequity by creating more inequity? Is that what we do? Is that's how we do it? That's the biblical way? Okay. Oh, okay, man. I missed that part. I missed that part. I guess the Bible don't have anything to do with that kind of stuff. You know.
You all get deluded. Amen. Don't y'all get deluded. Just because you are a felon don't mean that you are equivalent to the experience of black men in America. Amen. Because if you got 34 felons and you black in America, you in jail somewhere, or you got an ankle bracelet. Y'all ain't saying nothing.
Again, all of the made up charges against Trump, they've been well documented. They wanted to get him off the ballot. They were using the court system. They were essentially taking anyone who would bring charges up against him. They would okay, let's find something. You have the bravery to do it. You're willing to go along with the system. They tried to convict him out of the presidency. Then they tried to actually end his life. Again, if you see the wickedness in high places and you know that Kamala is a part of what's going on, she is a part of this. There is a real push to get Donald Trump out of the race. There's been to get him out of the race. Why? Because the people want him. The elites don't. The Barack Obamas, the Bushes, the Clintons, Biden, Harris. These people don't. He's saying that billionaires want Trump. Yeah, they want Trump because they know that their businesses were better under him. The economy was better under Trump. Not saying that it was great, but it was way better than what we got now. Again, people with two eyes and who haven't been given over to this spirit of deception that's been plaguing the black community for generations. My wallet is telling me that Trump was better than Biden and Harris. My wallet's telling me that. I can turn on the television or watch news and see, oh, we're in way more wars than we were. Look, the mosaic. I'm about to pull it up. You just reminded me. It's a beautiful mosaic of Kamala Harris made out of the black men she locked up and kept in prison past their release for labor, right? Yay, Kamala. She all about the black man. Any black man that sees this and still votes for Kamala Harris has been emasculated. You've been emasculated. Simple as that. This woman does not care about black men. She not down with the culture. Unless y'all think the culture just means every now and then I'll dance to Kirk Franklin or I'll talk to a rapper or I'll speak with the dregs of society, but Kamala Harris has done nothing for the black community of note that would lead you to believe that she's going to, well, this is what we're gonna do here. Where's that? Oh, I'm supposed to be doing the YouTube video screen share. There you go. All right, boom. So this is what we're gonna do. All right, we talked about this the other day on another video. I don't know. Should we just bring that one back? Should we bring that back? Where she said she wasn't gonna do anything only for black people. I'm not gonna do anything just for black people. I mean, we don't need to go with the laundry list of foibles by Kamala Harris. We don't need to go down there.
Amen. So let's not try to mix those two up. I done got on my soapbox. I'm sorry, Dr. Harris. In the event that
so we got Jamal Bryant. If there's a ringing endorsement for you not to vote for Kamala Harris, it's because Jamal Bryant supports her. That should be a ringing endorsement to not vote for her. Oh yeah, she won't play Sister Girl, of course. Yeah. Oh. Like she dancing to the, to all of the music, and yeah, she gotta be Sister Girl. I'm an AKA and I'm a part of the Divine Nine. I went to an HBCU. Yeah, girl. Here comes another one. All right, this guy's from Houston. We're gonna bring it to the TikTok size. There you go. TikTok size. There you go. All right. So he's with Kamala. We're going to find out why. Why you with Kamala, bro? All right. Here we go.
Kamala becoming the presidential nominee. I'm going to confess. I wasn't too happy about that. But I'm all in now. I'm 100% now.
So he was not with her at first. I wonder why. Probably for the reasons that we stated. Because she's not qualified for the position of president of the United States. She's not good with foreign affairs. The border is an absolute mess, which she is in charge of. The things that she's been tasked with handling have all been done poorly. Maybe not all of them, but the majority. So, he wasn't with her, but now he is. Let's find out why. This man of God, why? Man of God.
For this reason.
Here's the reason.
This representative from Tennessee, sorry, Connie, from Tennessee, he called her a DEI candidate.
Okay, so that's diversity, equity, and inclusion. Essentially, you've been hired because your intersections are there, right? You meet the diversity quota. We want to promote equity, and we want to have an inclusive society, and you fit the mold. So that's what they're saying about Kamala. So this guy calls it out. He says that about her. Which vice president, she was chosen because XX, right? That's why she was given an opportunity, because of the XX chromosomes. That's what Biden said. Biden said it, not us. We ain't say it. He said it. I'll find the video. I have it.
And then they start calling her colored. Then they start calling her out of her name. And as a black man, I can't let no white man talk about no sister like that.
Oh, so there it is. The reason why is because as a black man, I can't let no brother talk about no sister like that. I can't let that slide. You can't let it slide. No, sir. Right? What you say? Right? Oh, yes. I've been following what's been going on in New York because of the there's no way. I'm grateful that our state got rid of our Democratic mayor and did not allow that to become New Orleans, because I would have been. All right, so let's. Oh, brother, we need to be praying for y'all. Let's keep listening. He said he can't let no white man talk about no sister like that. All right then. Well, you gonna rise up on that white man and put his hands on him or something.
And I not take offense to it. Because who
is he that adamant when rappers call black women B's and H's, 304s? He can't let no, but if the white man does it, then that's the problem. If the black man does it, it's probably A-okay. It's not as he ain't gonna let no, right?
is more disqualified than Donald Trump, and Republicans are all in because he is the avatar for their grievance. How qualified does a black person have to be? Graduated at the top of her class at Howard, went to law school, was Attorney General of a state, a United States Senator, a Vice President of the United States, but she's not qualified?
Yes, she's not. She wasn't qualified to be vice president. I don't even think she was qualified to be a senator. Now, if you talk about the actual she's qualified because she was able to get on the ballot and voted for and people. But how did she do in her position as a public servant? Right. Exactly. That's not the question that any of these men, you've heard, you recognize the theme, brother. You recognize the theme. The theme has been so obvious. What about what Christ thinks? They never ask that question. Ever. Most people who are yoked to the Democrat Party, black people who are yoked to the Democrat Party, never really ask these questions. It's identity politics. I ain't gonna let no white man talk about no sister like that. Okay, then the equal and opposite reaction is for white people to not vote for Kamala because she's black. And that's where you get the tribalism. And there are more white people in this country than there are black people. How about we vote for the best person for the job? That would be refreshing. But that kind of thinking means that.
And you ain't black.
I'm not. All right.
I'm all in. Because I'm not going to let any white man tell me how I ought to feel about a black person. Stony the road we've trod.
All right, so you see, she did. She actually did. She was the first. Yes, she did. I can find that video too. Let me find that video. Let me find that one too. Yes. Yes. We're going to find that one. Yes. 54. Here we go.
Let the rings
go. Y'all hear that voice back there. Let's just go ahead on and do the screen share. Right? So we got that. You asked that question. We're going to bring it up and I'm going to play this other one.
Changed,
right?
And the vows declared symbolize your commitment, sincerity, and affection. And may your love never falter. By virtue of the power and authority vested in me by the state of California, I now declare you spouses for life.
All right. And you saw old Kamala, right? There you go. She did it. Hey, California State Attorney. Great job. So, when we talk about, the evidence is here. The evidence is obvious. As a Christian, you should not be supporting this woman because this woman supports the denigration and the redefinition of marriage. A covenant that God instituted from the beginning. Genesis 2:25, picked up in Matthew 19:4. Jesus says, have you not read? Right? But again, her website hasn't posted policy to date for POTUS. She's just going to status quo. Status quo. And you should, status quo. Just going to keep up the status quo. Again, now, here, look, this is old Sleepy.
I committed that if I'm elected president, have an opportunity to appoint someone to the courts, I'll appoint the first black woman to the courts. It's required that they have representation now. It's long overdue. Secondly,
long overdue for a black woman to be on the court. Why? 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 And why not a conservative black woman? She has to be a specific type of black woman. Black in thought life. Right? You got to have the color, but she can't be conservative. She can't be a God-honoring woman who wants to uphold traditional values, godliness. Can't be that. That's not real black. Right? That's not Joe said.
You ain't black.
That's not real black. No, siree. We can't do that. We can't do it. Lord help us, and He will. But look, he said the first black Supreme Court justice, for black female Supreme Court justice. That was his one.
And you ain't black.
Oh yeah, he ain't black, but I ain't either.
If I'm elected president, my cabinet, my administration will look like the country, and I commit.
So 70% white, 13% black, maybe 16, 17% Hispanic, right? Other. Is that what we're saying? Is that what you're going to do? Right? No? Less than 1%, less than 0.7% transgender? No, that doesn't seem like what actually has happened. It's not going to look like the country. Because 70 million of the people, 70 plus million people voted against you. Are you going to put in some Republicans in your cabinet? No? Yeah. See, even when they talk, they just don't make any sense because they're liars and the truth is not in them. You can walk down their words with ease.
That I will, in fact, I'll pick a woman to be vice president. There are a number.
He's going to pick a woman to be vice president. You heard that? No men will be considered. None. No men. Because it's about time for a female vice president. Why? Why? Why is it about time? Because we never had one. So? I never had a terminal disease. It ain't about time for me to have one. I don't think that. I'm just saying. Why would you want something that's going to lead to destruction? And again, Kamala has, how many millions of immigrants have come into this country since she's been the border czar? Destruction. New York, destruction. Chicago, destruction. Every sanctuary city is seeing an overload on their services, resources, and the like. Because bring them all in, bring them all in, right? Because we need voters. They need voters. They need people to go to the polls. And the illegal immigrants will vote for those who came, who brought them in. That's what's going to happen. This is not a game. Like, people think this is a game. People think we're still back in the 60s. Like, that's what a lot of these older black people are doing. They think that we're still back in the 60s and they need to vote like we're still in the 60s. But the crazy thing is, it was the Republicans. My goodness. And then they talk about the party switch. I'm like, ain't no party switch. Maybe one or two people switched parties. We have pictures of this man with KKK Grand Wizards. The Democrats calling KKK Grand Wizards their mentors. LBJ, I'm going to have these N-words voting Democrat for 200 years. They getting a little bit too uppity. We're going to give them a little something. Eugenics, Margaret Sanger. Using the black preacher to get any of their more uppity members in line if they find out we want to exterminate the Negro population. Who's trying to exterminate? Who wants to bring back abortion to exterminate the Negro population? Who wants to bring it back and put Planned Parenthoods in low-income neighborhoods? Who wants to do that? Who's the one doing it? It ain't the Republicans. It ain't the Republicans. I'm just saying. It's bad in Texas, yeah, because that's where they coming over. Right, the party switch, yeah. And if they make the claim, they need to be the one to back it up. Back it up. Show me this inordinate number of Democrats going, and then they just decide, well, all y'all was all D and y'all go R and switch. Ready, break. Oh, goodness. And I go back to it. Look, and I didn't even do the last Bible, the last one. It was dealing with the Jamal Bryants, right? The false prophets, false teachers, creep into households, capture weak women, burdened with sins and led astray by various passions. Whenever they panned out into the crowd, those crowds were filled with black women. Go to those videos that I'm gonna link the originals in the description. But they were filled. Those churches were filled with black women, and that's what he said. The first guy, what's his name? Oh, keep her Haynes or whatever his name is. Black women started it off. Black women led the charge. Black women got together on a phone call and raised 1,000 millions and billions of dollars and then the black men followed. That's the problem. Instead of leading, black men are following black women. Right. Come on. Right there. Yes, we need y'all to get your career. We need y'all to I know y'all in here and y'all fornicating and y'all gonna have some mistakes happen. So go ahead on and get yourself familiarized with the Planned Parenthood, so you could make sure that little mistake don't ruin your life. In their life, so yours ain't ruined. Abortion is the exact opposite of the gospel. Christ gives his life so that we might live. He dies so that we might live. They take life. They kill in order that they might live. If you got anybody that in your churches that's pro-choice, that's pro-abortion like that, they are antithetical in their reasoning to the gospel. They don't understand the gospel. The spotless, sinless Lamb of God gave his life so that we sinners might live. Your sinning behind wants to take the life of an innocent so that you can have life. Got my pressure up. Let me know. Hey, y'all, let me know. The two videos that I did yesterday, the reaction videos. Did any of y'all see them? And is that a format that you all like? I'm thinking about making that a regularly scheduled part of the channel. Instead of putting the reaction videos in a live setting like this, make them 4-minute reacting to a couple of, black cultural issues, probably modern women, preachers every now and then, certain things like that. But let me know if y'all like that format. Let me know if y'all saw it and if you like it. If you did, comment. Let me know if y'all want to see more of that. Trying to build the channel, trying to get this train a moving. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get back. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers and then 10,000. 10,000 is the goal by the end of the year. If I can build momentum. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, let people know about the channel if y'all like what's going on here. And until next time. Yes. Oh, I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We can call on the name of the one who knows, though. That's the beautiful thing. We can call on his name, right? Well then, until next time, be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. See y'all around.